So I start by acknowledging I've not been here for 5 weeks. I was preaching for the Oblate Foreign Missions a couple different times. I was on retreat with my best buddy, Father Joe Krupp. I was in the Philippines for 2 weeks, which I just got back from there. And I always apologize up front because the jet lag is incredible on a trip like that. In fact, I slept about 4 hours last night. I thought, this is the thing about that kind of jet lag. Like for 4 days in a row, like fine, I slept straight through. And so I'm like, I think I got it. And this is when jet lag's like, you ain't got nothing. Because I went and saw Matilda at the Croswell last night, which, by the way, only one show left. But if you can get to that, it is arguably the best show I've seen out of that theater ever, and I'm born and raised in that town. Phenomenal show. Anyway, get back like at midnight, and I'm like, I got to get to sleep. And I woke up at like 4:30, just like mind going. So I don't know what I'm about to say to you, and I hope it's helpful. But all of that I did are examples to me, as I was thinking about it, of going to the other side. Because as I said to the little kids, right, that's the thing. Last week's story, where it happens and it says he goes the other side. This is the other side. But why does he go there? It's Gentile territory. And the disciples right away pointed out, get her away from us. Tell her to go away. And I would submit to you, what he says next isn't what he believes. It's what he knows they believe. And so he says it, and you can imagine them nodding along, right? Like, hey, I'm only here for the lost sheep of Israel, right? That's how you see it. And so he's saying it for them to go, yeah, that's right. So get her out of here. And then that really ugly statement, if you want, isn't so much obviously what Jesus believes as the Son of God. It's what they believe. And he's saying all this as the ultimate setup for the spike that comes. Because if he's only sent to the lost children of Israel, why are you there? Why did you go there? There are no lost children of Israel there, Tyre and Sidon. It's not where they live. And so if that's all you were going to do, then you shouldn't even have wasted your time. Well, obviously, we understand that he reveals to them something profound about himself and about God and God's mercy. But when he says that, like, no, we don't throw food to the dogs. And to me, he isn't saying that to her. He's saying it to them, the disciples. She's just the instrument for the teaching, right? I think, by and large, he goes there not for her to meet Jesus, to meet him. He goes there for the disciples to meet her. In my foreign mission preaching, I was in just outside of Boston, a little town called Clinton, and then I was in a little town in New Hampshire called, I don't remember. No, it's not going to come to me. I'm sorry. And I know the one guy's going to be watching. Sorry. I met a Filipino there in the parish, and he was so excited. So, nonetheless, amazing communities. But the one in New Hampshire, they're a parish that celebrates the same Mass we do, but they do celebrate it ad orientem, so that I was facing with the community. Some people say you have your back to the community, but really it's that you're praying in the same direction as the community. That's the thought, right? And I've done that a few times before, and the pastor was really cool about, if that's really off-putting to you, we can do something different. I always say, I'm there to do whatever the community knows. I don't try to bring Geoff's little foibles of liturgy to communities that are experiencing me for one weekend. And so I said, sure, we'll do it. But what I wasn't prepared for, which was cool, I just wasn't prepared for it, and it happened in both parishes, huge amounts of servers. In the parish in Massachusetts, at the 8 o'clock Mass, I had 8 servers, and 5 of them were brothers. And so I took a picture with them, because I said, I don't know if I've ever had 8 servers at like just a Sunday Mass, maybe for, vigil or something. So I take a picture with them. Oh, I was not prepared for the 10:30. 18 servers. And everyone had a job, and everyone knew what they were doing. I didn't have to say or do anything. It was just really kind of cool, but I wasn't prepared for any of that. And then when I was in New Hampshire, there was this young man. He was 17, so he was a senior in high school. He was in charge. I was just along for the ride. And brother had it down pat, right? Like he was literally giving me direction. I'm like, just tell me what I'm doing. You just tell me what I'm doing. And I think he had 3 servers on Saturday night, and on the Sunday Mass, there were 11. And everyone has a job, and everyone knows what they're doing, including me. I do what I was supposed to do. But he tells me Saturday night, and Father had given me all the instructions, right? Like 2 pages of instructions. And I just want to do it right. I just want the community to experience the liturgy they know. And I think his name was David, springs on me 10 minutes before Mass. He's kind of going through it, and he goes, oh, and you'll intone the Gloria. What? No, I won't. And, of course, they're doing it in Latin, which is fine. But I'm like, no, I'm not ready for this. And then he says, well, you've got to intone the Kyrie and then intone the Gloria. Otherwise, it doesn't start. I said, this is not in the 2 pages of instructions. This is new. And he's like, look, it's fine. And he's like, I'm sure we've heard worse. I'm like, well, listen. Listen, buddy. Why I'm upset about this is just ego. I'm a pretty good singer, and I don't want to make a fool of myself in front of these people I don't know. And he was very cool about it, right? So we go back and forth. And he goes, he's going to give you all the notes. Fine. It was fine, obviously. Who cares? I did for a little bit, but I got over it. But it's going to the other side, isn't it? It's meeting people you don't know, or people that you think you know, or people that you've written off. And what we come to find is that God's mercy is always, 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 always bigger than we can imagine. It's always bigger than we can imagine. So this whole story, which I think for a lot of people is tough, you go, he called her a dog. And it's like, no, he didn't call her a dog. He was reminding them that they call her a dog. He was simply bringing to the front what everyone believed about each other. And he does this over and over again. Look at what you're setting out, he would say. He says it at the beginning, and he says it at the end. As they're mocking him as he's dying for us, he intercedes for them. That is a mercy we don't know and certainly don't deserve. And there are just so many examples for me this summer that have been going to the other side, going literally to the other side of the globe for a couple of weeks, and having those opportunities to always just say, this isn't my way of doing things. This isn't my preferences or, the cultural differences, some of them that just drive me crazy. That I just have to go, that's how it is here. Just as when some people experience me, believe it or not, they find the way I do things unappealing. I don't know, there's like 3 that I've met, but no. Just this morning. But that's, Father Joe Newman, my confer, often says, like in community life, that's the sandpaper that smooths us down to each other. It's the difficult grittiness. It's the work. We would not be a good parish community if we pretended that everything just fits together easily and well. We would be liars. And anyone that would come to join us would see it in a second and go, oh, that's not real. Because even in just spending a couple of days with both those communities, one in Boston and one in New Hampshire, I saw the frictions. And they didn't scandalize me. They made me feel at home. They made me say, this is real, and I can enter into this community because it's real. There wasn't an Eddie Haskell quality to it. Sorry, young people, if you don't know Eddie, but he was that guy that, is that for real? No, it's not. It's a facade. And what's real is coming to us at this altar. That woman in this story, the motto of the Oblates, right, is tenui nec dimittam. It comes from the Song of Songs, and it says, I have taken hold and I will not let go. It's that love poem, the Song of Songs, and the lover is looking for the beloved, and when she finally finds him, it says, when I found him whom my heart loved, I took hold and I would not let go. And that's this woman today. She encounters him and it's like, I don't know if she knew what he was doing, but she's like, I don't care. Even in that ugly image, she found mercy. You called me a dog? Maybe she knew why he called her a dog. Maybe she didn't. Either way, she gets the clever retort, right? Oh, even the dogs get the scraps. Aha. Did you hear that, disciples? It's bigger than you can imagine. She took hold and would not let go. We will come to this Eucharist empty-handed to receive him. Let us take hold and not let go. Let us find the strength to go to the other side. You don't have to go to the other side of the globe. Maybe you just need to go to the other side of the pew. Maybe you just need to go to the other side of the street. I don't know. Maybe it's just to the other side of your phone to make a phone call to someone you haven't talked to in a while. But to never give up on the hope that is mercy, to never give up on that what God wants for all of us is unity. As he said, oh, Father, that they would be one as you and I are one. And in this Eucharist, we get our oneness with God, and let that which fills our hunger to be one strengthen us to find ways to be more unified as a parish community, as a community here in Northwest Ohio, as people that are trying to be a light to the nations. That we do it with humility, that we acknowledge the ways in which we're calling some people dogs, or people are calling us dogs, or insert that imagery, but that we have the courage to go to the other side, where we're out of our comfort zone, where it looks different than ours, and just be present and look and see the mercy of God, the love of God, the kindness of God. The same God that we'll take in this Eucharist to put in our presence. That's all I got for you after 5 weeks. Just a couple of insights. I don't have any clever conclusion. May God be praised.